and welcome to Otaku no Video. Thanks as always for joining me. Today I'm going to talk about Sora no Woto, or Sora no Woto, which is an anime that is currently airing in Japan, and it's also simulcasting on Crunchyroll. So if you go to crunchyroll.com, you can actually watch it right now, which is rather cool. The most recent episode is episode 4, so I'm reviewing episodes 1 through 4. Now, the big controversy here is that when it was originally light novels, and when the animators decided to make it, they decided to explicitly make the character designs look very moe, so as to appeal to the current otaku audience. I'm not too worried about that because, frankly, it's just the visual representation. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit. Basic premise is that it's about an all-girl squadron that is stationed in a little remote spot up on this uncontested border, middle of nowhere, basically thrown out there so that they won't cause any trouble. And main character is this new recruit who joins them. One of their responsibilities is playing the bugle in the morning as the sun rises. She wants to be a good bugler. So, basic setup. And I originally called this a.k.a. in the military. It looks like a.k.a. I mean, the characters look straight out of a.k.a. Now, again, not necessarily a bad thing. There's a bit more to it than that. And as I've watched the episodes beyond 1, there's stuff going on here. In terms of world details, in terms of history, backstory, who the characters are, stuff like that. One thing I really appreciated is every episode has a little surprise in it. Something they reveal about the world or about what the characters are doing and so forth. They make you say, oh, wait, what? And that I appreciate. It's nothing huge. I mean, the basic feel of this is, and don't freak out when I say this, but it's kind of like Hibine Renmei. And I don't mean it is like Hibine Renmei in terms of plot and so forth, but it has that feel of being introduced to this world, seeing these characters, and kind of trying to figure out what all is going on as you're watching, and depth being introduced as the story develops. Well, some technical details. The animation, this actually has quite a good animation budget. Surprisingly good animation budget. High animation budget, I would say, especially for a moe show. And things are very much on model. They are very realistic. I mean, obviously there are some moments where it's more anime animation than like realistic Ghibli style animation. But characters don't pop into super deformed mode. This is a very real kind of world, and that's one thing I really appreciate. They spend a lot of time on world details. The backgrounds are lush and very detailed, and you feel like they're really living in a well fleshed out, very real, hard world where that's an actual solid stone wall. It just in general, the art direction is very lush, very beautiful series. The direction in general is, I would say, going more for clarity than for experimentation. This is not Bakemonogatari, but I would say it's sort of middle ground between drab direction and very experimental animation. It's clear, you know what's going on, and there's some unusual shots in there, but nothing that will kind of shock you direction-wise. And the editing is very crisp and clean. Surprisingly so, actually. It has this kind of cinematic feel to that editing. In general, the characters, again, much like in the early stuff, the characters start off as kind of moe cliches, and then as the story goes along, you start finding out more about them, and their relationships start to sort of strengthen and go in interesting ways. And it feels realistic in an important way. I mean, two of the characters start just sort of getting to know each other, and there's nothing weird about it. There's nothing cliched about it. It's just they get to kind of know each other, and it's good. And overall, the writing does an excellent job of sort of pulling you along and sort of revealing things over time. This is a slow, slice-of-life kind of drama-type series. Now, one interesting thing about every episode has a little surprise. Something that's revealed about the backstory, the world, or the characters even, that makes you go, wait, that's what they were talking about? Whoa. Nothing earth-shattering, but interesting. And the fact that they're doing that, frequently, that's a very good thing. And I mean, it's a very believable, realistic environment. Lots of attention. They put care into this. That's worth watching if nothing else. Want to mention the music. The music is gorgeous, lush, and it's a very musical show. Music's an important part of it, and they've put the time and effort into this is really an impressive work. Now, you may not like it, that's fine. I'm just saying that this is not simply a throwaway moe show. There's a little bit of depth so far, and of course we're only 4 episodes in. And overall, it's if nothing else, it's gorgeous to look at.